Hey everybody, and welcome to the Getting Started video. In this video series, we are going to create a small sample project. Probably going to try and cram as much functionality and show you as many features as possible just to kind of get the creative juices flowing for your own projects. So let's get cracking. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a group. I have a brand new team here. I'm the only team member, so there's no content, there's nothing created in this team. So we've got a blank slate. So I'm going to create a group. If you do not know what groups are, there's a handy little help button here, which you can click. I will just kind of gloss over things. The nutshell version is they are basically like a folder on a computer where you can put things. It's up to you how you want to categorize things and name things and keep them sorted that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new group. And I'm going to call this, I don't know, let's get creative. Tim's demo group. Never saw that one coming, did you? Display name, let's just put this in so we know where it shows up, okay? This is the display name, and then this is the description. And this will all become much clearer in the very near future. We're going to save this group. Our group is now created, and now we have a couple new options here. We have snaps, maps, and a more menu, which opens up a bunch of extra things that we can do. So I'm going to upload a snap, and again, the description and stuff is all here. Nutshell version is it's a combination of your main image or model or whatever, plus any hotspots or files that you've attached to it. You can think of it like a snapshot, a self-contained snapshot of stuff. So I'm going to say new snap. And I'm going to create a new 360. So I'm going to upload two files that are in a 2:1 equirectangular format. One is, they're both taking the same position. So I thought I'd change it up a little bit. In a lot of these videos, you're like, wow, here's a house and we're going to go from the bedroom to the bathroom. We're going to change it up. We're going to go vertical this time. So we have the same shot from the same position, but we have one that's taken from a low and then one that's taken from a high. So we're just gonna use that for an example for now. So we have example high, example low. Check the formats. Yes, they're both equirectangular. We have the new handy options here, which lets you toggle between them all. And I'm gonna click go. And we'll wait for these to upload. They get sent to the server. Server processes them, does its thing, and then they're ready to rock. Okay, so our images have finished uploading, and we're now met with this handy. Well, it's actually really cool. This interactive thing where you can see what your photo is. If you don't like it, of course, you can toggle back to just normal thumbnail mode. But I mean, who doesn't like to be able to whiz little thumbnails around like this? Okay, so let's start with the low one. I'm going to click this, and I'm instantly whipped right into the editor. We start looking at some bushes here, which is probably not ideal. So the first thing I might want to do is go into properties, and I'm going to set the start point. So open up details and start view position here. I can click this. And it's now set my start view position. So if I save that and then reload the page, sure enough, we start here. Okay, great. Now, next step, point hotspots. We need to point out, pun intended, where people should be able to click. And then subsequently, what we want to happen when they click. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go in edit mode. I'm going to click add. I'm going to add a point hotspot. Okay, so I'm going to add it probably up here because what I want to happen is for them to be able to click it and move up. Okay, so I'll point it a little bit up there. And I'm going to change the icon right off the bat to an up arrow. We're going to upload user icons in a bit. I currently don't have any uploaded, but I'll just pick this guy here. And the next thing is to change the name of it. So I'll just change it to go up, and you can see here it's instantly reflected the changes. And the hotspot type. This is the second part, right? First part is where do you want them to click? Second part is what do you want to happen when they click it? So we can do a whole host of things. This is the primary hotspot type. There's also actually secondary and multiple other actions that you can do. But for now, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to say, okay, let's jump to another snap hotspot, which is what we want to do. So we'll select that. And this changes to say, okay, well, what group do you want? So we can jump to different groups as well. You're not just limited to being stuck to only the images you've uploaded in one group. So we'll say Tim's demo group because that's the only one I've got. And you'll see that it has listed all the ones in the group, including the one we're in, because you can do cool things like change the camera position for the image you're in depending on what they click on. But that's, again, more advanced stuff. Let's keep it simple. So we're going to go example high, and we are going to change the start point. Now, what we want is, this is the start point of the other image. This is the default one it starts with, but we want it to kind of start, I think we want to start looking down, right? So if we zoom up, we want to start kind of looking back down where we were. So we can do like that, have it looking down a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is click save and save the snap. And now if I click this, whoop, sure enough, we get this nice little crossfade. And now we're looking back down to where we were. So let's replicate the same thing using another point hotspot. So I'll add point hotspot and I'll put it probably, you can see the tripod here, probably right there. We'll hide that. And we're going to change the icon again. We can do a down arrow this time. And I'm going to change that to snap and to the low one. And again, I'm going to manage the start point because we don't want to start there. We're going to want to start maybe looking back up at where we would come from. Okay, so I'll save that. Now, transition, we have a whole bunch of built-in transitions as well as a transition designer where you can make your own, which I will show shortly. For now, let's do a zoom. Okay, so we'll have the crossfade, except we'll kind of zoom into it a little bit. So we can do that, save that, and now hold on to your hats as we zoom into it. I love that, actually. Let's change this one as well. We're going to change this to a crossfade zoom. We'll save that. Okay, so now we have the ability to zoom up and to zoom low, and we can just keep doing it. And you've now created the foundations of a virtual tour, right? And that's as easy as it is. If I click the share button now and get the public URL, I can send that to my friends and they'd be able to use this right now. So within, a few minutes, we've created, technically, I guess, a virtual tour using point hotspots. And that's how easy it is to create point hotspots in SeekBeak.